He's got a wall around the Vatican, does he not?
Oh!
So he's got a
where
wall.
migrants are getting their rent paid for up to 2 years.
Wouldn't it be nice to be a migrant? That's crazy.
This is for propane?
This is just
People who have been protesting Donald Trump's deportation plan and ICE have done themselves the biggest disservice that you can possibly imagine, because they decided to put themselves in the same boat as all migrants by saying things like, if we're all united, then we can't be defeated, or no one is illegal on stolen land. Well, we just received news that in 1 week alone, FEMA sent $59 million to luxury hotels to house illegal immigrants. So please make sure you guys are subscribed to my channel as we look at America's growing frustration towards illegal immigrants. Americans, put lightly, are very angry that this money that was supposed to be disaster relief money was spent on expensive hotels for non-citizens. So they brought the third world country to America only for this country to look like the countries that they escaped from. Make it make sense. And oh, look at that. I found another video of people protesting the deportations, burning an American flag. It's really not looking too hot for you guys. As they scream, F Trump, the person who is exposing all of this mismanagement in our government, making our country great. They have no respect for this country, and therefore they don't belong in it. This video has 1.6 million likes on TikTok. People are clearly upset that Mexican people have gotten a bad rap for burning the American flag. But you know what is even more disrespectful than burning the American flag is being for illegal immigration and not caring about the downfall of this country. Maybe if this influx of immigrants never happened, then illegals wouldn't be getting deported. So I don't know, maybe stop feeling so much pride to consider yourself a part of the group that has made it so many places around the nation still to this day look like a third world country. Come on, Angela, that's not fair. You're making it too direct. Things aren't black and white. They're just looking for a better life. Well, so is everybody else. Everybody wants a home. Everybody wants security. Everybody wants to feel safe. And a lot of Americans no longer do. Americans just want a better life. The US is not the only country dealing with an influx in migrants. 7.3 million Venezuelans had to flee their country because of political corruption. This is what a line to the gas station looked like in Venezuela. Now look at, in a Biden's economy, what the lines to get propane looks like. Pretty eerily similar, right? We are so lucky to live in a country that is enforcing our immigration policies. Or else lines like this would happen for everything.
Whoa. Dang.
That's crazy.
This is for propane?
This is just for propane.
We're gonna try and drop some groceries off.
Is this the United States of America? Is this the land of the free?
Shit.
Are you kidding me?
And the other direction too.
Oh
Holy
my God.
shit.
So frustrating.
That is good heat, buddy.
But at least migrants were receiving free food, luxury hotels, 2 years worth of rent, and sports. I mean, just anything that you could possibly want. What is the reason for the incentives that they were giving to migrants to come to the US? I thought that you guys came here for a better life, not to have the same exact life that you escaped. Oh. Okay, so they're saying, here we are, and we're not leaving. And if they deport us, we will come back. Long live the Latino race, because we're all just so united, aren't we? Maybe they think that we're still under the Biden administration. Well, little news flash, we got a new president, maybe you heard, and he doesn't take as much BS as the last one did. He's already taking so much action. Encounters with illegals are down 35% already. So I don't know how you guys think you're going to get back in now that ICE and the Border Patrol are actually doing their job. The only reason why you were able to get in the first place is because they basically let you. And even if you were able to get back in, is that really the type of life you want to live? Going back and forth and always needing to hide, being worried every time a police is behind you when you're driving without a license? I believe that they should be grateful that they were able to live here for as long as they did. And they're not even the ones being deported right now, as far as I'm concerned. So I don't understand why they are doing all these protests for migrants that have come from places like Haiti and Venezuela. You see, our new president is no longer allowing this type of behavior. This woman right here, her name is Mary Commons, and she just got fired. That's right, Donald Trump is living up to his legacy of telling people that they are fired. And why did she get fired, you ask? Because she is the one responsible for handing over $59 million to luxury hotels in New York City for illegal migrants. Tom Homan really meant what he said when he said that the families could be deported together, because they are. This is a plane full of migrants that is leaving from El Paso, and the caption says that it took them months to get here, and they are going back to Central America within just 5 hours. And here we have another example of how well these protests against deportation are working. That was sarcasm. I hope you were able to tell. 2 more planes full of migrants heading to Venezuela. I really do hope that they will literally be able to make Venezuela great again. You know, they say that Venezuela used to be even wealthier than the United States because they are so blessed with their oil, and I hope that they can get their country back. And at the same time, I'm happy that we're getting our country back, because I don't know why they told them to come to the US and they promised them this ridiculous version of the American dream where everything is free. That's not the American dream, and I think that we all know that.
How much is rent here?
Free. 2 years.
After 2 years, we have to pay the rent.
They act like it's normal. They're like, oh, you know, it's free. This is America.
All right, y'all, this is Savannah Hernandez in Brunswick, Maine, reporting to you from the apartments where migrants are getting their rent paid for up to 2 years. Now, I wanted to give you guys a first inside look at these units.
Wouldn't it be nice to be a migrant?
The migrants shared with us that they come furnished, so they have a flat screen TV in there, couches, tables, and chairs.
They got the lazy boy couch?
There's a bed. We also asked them as well, hey, are you paying utilities here? They shared with us that nope, they do not have a water bill, they do not have an electricity bill.
And what about the light and the water?
Everything is good. We don't pay anything.
Many of the Latino people who are protesting the deportations are doing so because they believe that they are the working class and like the backbone of America, and America just won't be able to survive, yet we will be able to thrive without them. And yet they are putting themselves in the same boat as these people who are bragging about the fact that they don't have to pay for anything.
¿Y ustedes ahora mismo están viviendo aquí en Roosevelt Hotel?
Sí, sí.
¿Y ustedes están recibiendo comida?
Sí.
¿Reciben comida?
Claro, comida, dan desayuno, almuerzo y cena.
Oh, God.
Desayuno, almuerzo y cena.
Yes. Las habitaciones son cómodas.
¿Y cuánto tiempo lleva aquí en los Estados?
7 meses.
7 meses.
Sí.
¿Y por cuánto tiempo ha estado aquí?
7 meses.
¿Usted ha estado ahí por 7 meses quedándose.
Sí.
Y es gratis, ¿cierto?
Pues sí, la ayuda del gobierno, de aquí del gobierno de Nueva York.
This is not funny at all, but the reason why I'm laughing is because there is a complete miscommunication. Because I have talked to Venezuelan migrants in New York City, people who have also been staying at the Roosevelt Hotel, and people in Denver, Colorado, who are washing windows at the intersections. And they share so much, so freely, because they are convinced that America wants to support them. They will tell you outright, we have been receiving everything for free, and it's almost like they want to convince you that they are being treated very well. And they believe that America believes that it is our duty to help them until their country is better. The perfect saying for an instance like this is that you can't hire or expect somebody else to do push-ups for you. And one of my favorite sayings of all time is, I'll take care of me for you if you'll take care of you for me. The US needs to take care of themselves for other countries to also be able to take care of themselves. Not only have Americans been lied to so much, but so have these migrants in being told that they could come and everything would be for free and they could stay here as long as they wanted. And it just is sad that they never questioned where the government was getting all the money that was supporting them from, because they tell people on the street, oh, it's just coming from the government. And it reminds me of this scene from Enchanted where he has to explain to the foreigner where the water comes from. He says the water comes from the pipes, but they never asked, and where do the pipes get it? Because then maybe they wouldn't be so proud about it, or they wouldn't realize how unsustainable it was. The amount of shady stuff that has happened under the Biden administration is preposterous. I mean, you can't make this up. A Nigerian prince receiving $1.4 million from FEMA for bottled water, and somehow their way of justifying this is because it was for illegal immigrants. But now they wouldn't be able to justify anything for American citizens.
Where a hotel is paid $59 million, $59 million because it's housing migrants, illegal migrants. All illegal, I believe.
And they were being paid twice the normal room rate at 100% occupancy.
Unbelievable.
Honestly, if illegals are protesting anything, it should be the fact that they also were not getting free luxury hotel stays, because there was a deal with this Pakistan-owned hotel and the New York City government that they were going to pay them $220 million to do this, to house these illegals. So they should be upset that they weren't included in that. But yet the left will always talk about how corrupt Donald Trump is. Well, if he wanted to make a couple $100 more million, then he could have housed illegal migrants as well. So it's very clear that Trump isn't in it for the money, but he is doing what is right time after time. As a Catholic myself, I can assure you that many of us are horrified by the things that our Pope says and does. Most recently, he is calling on Europe and the US to open the borders to mass migration. Does this sound like a Catholic priest, or does this seem like somebody who was infiltrated by the Masons, the Illuminati, whoever, pushing some type of agenda for the New World Order? This is not what Catholics stand for. So don't try to trick the public the same way you have by talking about the church opening up their doors to LGBTQ and blessing same-sex marriages and all of that type of bogus stuff that the church has never stood for nor ever will. This is a pope who has tried to attack the most conservative and devout Catholics, trying to rid of the Latin Mass, as well as bishops who have stood up against him. This is so embarrassing. So let's hear what Tom Homan had to say about the Pope.
The Pope this morning had some very harsh words for the...
I got harsh words for the Pope. Pope wants to fix the Catholic Church. I'm saying this
Right?
as a lifelong Catholic. I was baptized Catholic. I was first communion as a Catholic, confirmation as a Catholic.
Wow.
We ought to fix the Catholic Church and concentrate on his work and leave border enforcement to us. He wants to attack us for securing our border. He's got a wall around the Vatican, does he not?
Oh!
So he's got a wall around to protect his people and himself, but we can't have a wall around the United States. So I wish he'd stick to the Catholic Church and fix it.
Man, he really just fired shots at the Pope. That's wild. Ah, yes. Look at this nice, beautiful 40-foot wall. If only we could have something like that across our border. Wouldn't it be nice? All in all, people are fed up with these protests, and they're saying that this is how they should be ended. You can't just drive on a public road.
Did anyone get that?
Yeah. Did anyone get that? We're being treated like criminals when we're committing crimes? What is going on? Something is not right. That is a complete joke because everything is more than right because Trump won. Trump is our president and he is taking back America. Don't you guys already see so many incredible improvements? America has hope again. Please triple check that you guys are subscribed. Thank you. I'll see you next time. Bye.